This is Jonathan Aguilar here for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Eddie Hearn here in Leeds ahead of Warrington Lopez tomorrow on DAZN. Eddie, potential banana skin here. It seems this guy's got 3 knockouts in a row. Is that what you see?
Yeah, I don't think it's really a banana skin is a fight that you shouldn't lose, but this is just one where he's just very good, and he's a world-class elite featherweight, and he's fighting another elite featherweight in Josh Warrington. So, I see Josh as the favourite because he's at home and his experience and the noise and the occasion, but Lopez seems completely unbothered by that, and he's going to come. He's going to cause a very, very tough test for Josh tomorrow night.
Is Josh's career on the line here, or given how big he's become and the potential fights with Leigh Wood, win, lose or draw, is that still possible?
I mean, look, Josh, when we talk about ends of the career, sometimes people don't like talking about that because they think it's disrespectful. It's not that he's not good enough to go on for years, it's what his ambition is in the game. And his ambition in the game is to unify the division and to have big fights internationally. And if that gets taken away from you, then you would consider your future. And a defeat on Saturday would do that. But Josh has been there before where a defeat has nearly derailed those plans. He's bounced back, beat Kiko Martinez for the world title. But from then, he doesn't want to let it go again. You've got Leigh Wood sitting there, there's a Ellen Road fight, there's a City Ground fight, there's a huge fight in America. So he knows that one win puts him right back into contention for that. And, he's going to be doing everything he can to beat Lopez on Saturday.
Is that the fight you want to make next summer, Wood against Warrington?
Yeah, I think City Ground, Ellen Road. If it can be a unification, obviously we've still got to sort out the Leo Santa Cruz issue, but it's a brilliant fight and one I'd love to make.
Is the hardest part about that fight going to be deciding where to do it, because both will want it at their home ground?
You go to both fighters and you say, Leigh, this is the money for Ellen Road, this is the money for City Ground, and Josh vice versa, and who wants to do what? Don't forget, Josh Warrington's boxed at Ellen Road, he's boxed in Headingley, he's ticked those boxes. Leigh Wood hasn't. He's never boxed out in an outdoor stadium. He's only just started filling stadiums in Nottingham, so we'll have to see.
The co-main event, Ebony Bridges against Shannon O'Connell. How do you see that fight playing out?
It's a tremendous fight. Look, I know Ebony's done things her way, but she's also made big sacrifices, improved. And she's really grafted her way to this position. Shannon O'Connell's been grafting for years and years, and is already an established world-class fighter. There's history, there's all sorts in this fight. It's a huge fight for Australian boxing, and I think it's going to be a fantastic fight. I think the atmosphere is going to be brilliant. That will suit Ebony. I don't know how Shannon will take that on, but at the same time, at the end of the day, this is a very tough fight as well. Almost 2 50-50 fights in the 2 World Championship fights tomorrow night, and with what's on the horizon, we talk about Nina Hughes just won the world title. It was a big unification there. Thorsland, Luna, even Shannon Courtney coming back as well. There's massive fights out there for Ebony Bridges, so that's a fight she really needs to win.
And your sleeper on the card tomorrow night?
Sleeper, JJ Metcalf against Courtney Pennington. Pennington's an old school, kind of like, I say club fighter sounds a little bit disrespectful, but these guys who have been thrown in deep, come through, learned their graft in Brooklyn, come out. He's a very good fighter. And JJ Metcalf, who had a great win in Bilbao, needs to have that win to move forward to a major fight in the division. I think that'd be a really good fight. Obviously, Felix Cash is returning. Amo Williams is here somewhere over there, talking it up. And Hopi Price on the card, Janae Boston, Shannon Courtney returning, Rhiannon Dixon, Kobe McNamara, Corey Reagan. Great night of action. Don't forget 2 till 7 undercard action. England v France, then Cash, Bridges, Warrington. Absolute wild scenes tomorrow night in Leeds.
Just a few more I haven't spoken to since Fury-Chisora. What did you make of the fight? Was it stopped at the right time or not?
Yeah, I think it was stopped too late, but it's difficult. I said today, Derek Chisora is never going to let you pull him out, right? So whether you have that conversation with him or not, but everybody around ringside, everyone watching, wanted that fight to be stopped, but still it went on 4 or 5 rounds too long. But, Derek's a world-class fighter. He's a great guy, huge heart. But Tyson Fury is just an elite fighter, and he was just too good for him. And he won every second of the fight, and it was very one-sided.
I was watching True Geordie's reaction to the fight. He basically went in on the fight. He said it was a sparring fight. Fury carried him, and that's not preparation for Usyk, given he's a southpaw. Do you agree?
Yeah, it was going to be what it always was. Everyone knew that, and Derek would always try and win. But I don't really feel like Tyson Fury needs to prepare for Usyk. Tyson Fury's been boxing a long time. He knows all styles, and it was a payday at the end of the day.
After the fight in the post-fight press conference, Fury said that Joshua's never come up like Usyk's done to him post-fight. You live in the same country. What would you say to that? Why has AJ never approached him after a fight?
Approached who?
Fury for a fight.
It's just not his style. I mean, Tyson Fury calls everybody out and, says everything. It's just AJ's not, his resume is in a different league to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's fought Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder. That's it in terms of elite heavyweights. I know Dillian White was a good fight, but I'm talking about the top guys consistently. He's always thrown in a couple of easy fights, whether it's Tom Schwartz, whether it's Pianetta, whether it's Seferi, Christian Hammer, all these guys. And AJ, over the last, whatever it is, 10 fights, hasn't. But look, Tyson Fury's an outstanding fighter. AJ's just not Tyson Fury. He's not going to go out and start slagging people off and getting in their face and calling them dossers and rabbits and gappy-teethed, and it's just not his thing.
Are they on par now in terms of the draw at the gate, given the fact Fury sold 60?
I think they sold 40,000 or something like that, and it's a good effort, especially in December. Tyson Fury's a big draw, and he's also a big draw in America. So yeah, that's why we always agreed to do a fight at 50-50. When we actually signed the contract, it was at 50-50. Don't forget, when Anthony Joshua was the champion and Fury drew with Wilder and wasn't the champion, we offered him 60-40, same he offered for us, and he said no, I won't do the fight, it has to be 50-50. When Tyson Fury came back and offered us 60-40, AJ actually accepted the terms. Never got there, so it's irrelevant, but yes, they're both huge stars.
Is there any update on who AJ might fight next?
No, he's just finalising his training team, and when that's in place, we've got 3 or 4 guys and we'll make a decision.
You mentioned yesterday potentially Lara against Wood being rescheduled. Could that be the same night as Beterbiev-Yard?
Ideally no, but quite possibly. So we're just putting the global schedule and fitting a schedule in. It's not just around one UK event or just the UK market. Like we have, the week after we're in Madison Square Garden, and that's the date for Madison Square Garden.
Toronto Cruise potentially?
Potentially. So, then after that, the week after, I think we're in Newcastle. Then we're in Mexico, then we're in Liverpool, then we're back in America. So it's like trying to do a schedule across 6 or 7 countries is very difficult, but hopefully we don't clash with any other UK shows.
You were in America last week. I'm sure you would have spoken to Eddie Reynoso about Ryder. Any talks?
Yeah, they like the fight. They want to know the numbers for England, Mexico and America, and we'd love to deliver that fight for John Ryder.
And there's rumours online about potentially Callum Smith against Lyndon Arthur in March. Is there any truth?
I don't know. I don't know whether Lyndon Arthur wants that fight. We've made a couple of offers to them, but obviously, we're on DAZN, Callum's on Channel 5. Lyndon Arthur's a big part of their plan, so we'll have to see if that fight. I like the fight, and Callum does as well, but we'll see if Lyndon and Callum want to do the fight, or maybe they've got other plans.
Would you offer him Buatsi? I spoke to Callum last week. He said he would look at the offer if it was suitable.
Yeah, it's a big. I think both guys would want a lot of money for that fight, and both guys are really in a position. Bob Arum's even confirmed that Callum Smith fights the winner of Yard against Beterbiev, but he's still prepared to have a real fight. And Joshua Buatsi, we'll see what he does. Maybe he fights Bivol, and we'll have to see.
Final question. John Fury came out and said that if Tommy Fury was to lose to Jake Paul, then he would retire him. Tommy would have to retire. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Eddie, appreciate your time and look forward to tomorrow night on DAZN.
See you, mate.